my love, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to the new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing. I know I've been gone for quite a while, but that is mainly because I've also been fighting allergies. And yes, I love spring, but the allergy season this year just seems to be on steroid or something. So I've been knocked out more than I ever had in previous years. So anyways, today I am going to read on Nina Dobrev and Ian Somerhalder, and this was a viewer's request. Here we have two questions. One question is to look at how they currently feel about each other, because it is my understanding that they were dating before. Or with one question, we are going to look at how they are feeling about each other. And the second question was to know the vibe offset of the Vampire's Diary. And I have to be honest with you, I don't personally watch the Vampire's Diary, and honestly I don't know if it's still on. So we're just going to have fun. I'm going to throw the card and we're going to see what the cards say. So without any further ado, let's dive in. Okay, my love, as you saw earlier, as I was shuffling, there was a card that popped up as, oopsie, sorry about that. There was a card that popped up as I was shuffling, and I'm going to start with it first. We are right now looking at the first question, which is how they feel about each other currently. And we have the Six of Cups, and the Six of Cups has to do with things of the past. They were dating each other before. I mean, honestly, I should have looked them up again before this reading, which I forgot to do. But yes, things from the past and when they were even younger, because as you see on the card, we have things that represent childhood, then this child here being happy and free, like literally a free spirit. But yeah, there are definitely things from the past that are lingering, and that's that. In the middle of the situation, which is actual prison, we have the Four of Swords and the Two of Cups. Of course, the Two of Cups, a card of relationship, but this relationship was put to rest. So there's possibly a reminder that we used to be here and it was put to rest, and it possibly needs to stay that way. But I'm looking at the cards, and there are definitely, it's like there are some regrets of some sort, and some even unspoken words. So yes, it seems weird also, like every time they interact with each other. I know there've been pictures of them where they seem happy. I mean, I hope they are happy, because at the end of the day, that's what matters. But yes, in the recent past, we do have the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is a card of course, leaving something behind, which is what happened to the relationship. When they were together, they had to break up for some reason. And moving forward, there were some deception and sadness from the breakup, because there's those two cards are mirroring each other, which makes sense, because I mean, I don't know if people will break up and are happy, even if breaking up is for the best. There were some heartache, some sadness in here, and it was also the Four of the Four of Cups, the Five of Cups. the disappointment card here, this is a card of disappointment and sorrows. That were things from the past. And of course, crowning the situation, we have the Ten of Cups, which, as you see here, the couple happy and cozy. That doesn't mean that with each other, that's what they want. It just means that this is mainly how they feel, where they are at right now. They have this sense of coziness with their respective partners, which is good. And also mirroring it, we have the lover card, and this is where they are both at in their current relationship. But also the remembrance with this card, they do have, it's not, I'm not saying that because they are no longer together, they put the friendship to rest here, that it means that they forgot about each other. They are, of course, because of the remembrance card, it tells me that yes, even as friends, even if they are friends, because here it does look like they do have a relationship that stayed together. Because the partner card, the two of cups here is not just a card of love partnership, it's a partnership card in general. So this is also friendship. And see, from the representation of this card here, this friendship may be also strong, maybe very, very strong relationship that they are in, which is not a bad thing. It's actually another thing to do, to, you know, remain friends after a breakup. So they do, this card seems to say that, yeah, how they feel about each other right now. They are close friends, they are good friends, even though sometimes they have the remembrance of what they used to be as couple, but they also get what they were not getting from the relationship together in their current respective relationship. Around them in the environment, we have the devil card. The devil card here being in the environment is what other people say, what other people want to see. They may have this thing where, oh, they used to date each other. Are they going to get back together? Are they going to go behind their respective partners and do things behind closed doors? So this is the energy around them. I'm not saying that this is their mind, this is what they think about, but this is the energy that is around them. This is what people always have in mind, and possibly the reason behind, I mean, checking with them. There is some anxiety here, and of course the anxiety here stems from the environment, because there's some pressure around them. There's some pressure that they feel, and as I said, it all stems from the environment, especially from the fact that they used to date and now they don't anymore, and everybody is on the lookout, like, okay, are they going to get back together? And it's funny because those two cards in this representation, this card here, the Nine of Swords, you see this face, that's the same one here. You see that? That's the same one. So as I was saying, this card, the pressure, they have a lot of pressure from external force. I mean, the environment, the people around them. They're always in scrutiny as to, especially when they left together, just the two of them, whether it is on set or off set, there is always that scrutiny. Yeah, what are they gonna do? Here we have this position is the hope and fear, and this is a card of completion. The completion, and it's funny because the completion card is knighting with the lover card, and of course there are two major arcanas, and this again is a completion of their relationship as lovers. So that is definitely behind, and it's also, I mean, this is knighting with the lover card, and it's also knighting with the Six of Cups. So people hoping for them to do things behind the scene with each other should put that to rest, because it is not going to happen, as they are both happy in their current relationship, and these are things from the past. So right now only friendship remains for the both of them and nothing else. And that, of course, is for the better for their partners, their respective partners, and themselves, because we do have the Sun card here, which is a very happy card. This is the most positive card in the tarot. And it also said that they're happy where they are. Yes, they do think of the past sometime, but thinking of the past doesn't mean that you want to live in the past. They are very happy where they are right now. They don't want things to change. They have learned from the past, and as you see, the Six of Cups is knighting the Sun. They left their relationship. They broke up for a reason, because they were not happy. They were not happy and they had to break up. And now that they did, they're actually happier. It was the best decisions in that they could make for each other. And as you also see, reading this card, literally you have the completion, sadness, but then happiness, because things ended and they were meant to end, because the Sun also knighting to the the Ten of Cups. They are happy where they are at right now, and also taking the Two of Cups and the Sun, they are happy even as friends, and it actually feels like they're actually better as friends as they were as a couple, which happens sometime. So this was for the first question, and I think it also, I'm thinking of the second question right now, and it does look like it also answers the second question, which was what was the relationship or the vibe, what is the vibe between them offset. I think this deck also not the deck, the spread also answers that question, because everyone wants to know their business, which also puts some type of pressure to them, as I said earlier. But it looks like they are in a good place. It's yes, they have it's always going to follow them that they have history together. Is always going to be part of them, is always going to be part of the relationship. But right now it does look like they are, they still maintain a good relationship, and actually strong one, because look at this representation. Those two hands, it's like, yeah, this the relationship between them is a strong one, is one of one of friendship. And when you take this together, this is strong friendship right here. And they may also have some childlike, there may be something childlike about it, but I think when I even say childlike, I feel it more from the women, from Nina Dobrev, than Ian. And and that, who knows, that could be the reason why they broke up to begin with. Where is it? It could be, I don't know why they broke up. As I said, I didn't even know these individuals until the requests were made. It does feel like, now that I actually touched these cards, it does feel like one of the big reasons behind the breakup was also that one of them was possibly too childish for the other one, or not mature enough. And yeah, that can be a deal breaker if both parties are not at the same level, at the same frequency. That causes imbalances, and then when there's imbalance, things are just bound to break. I want to see what the Lenormand says. I haven't done that in a long time, so let's see what the Lenormand say. I'm going to lay them down, lay the card on top of these, and we shall see. Alright, my love, The Lenormand may actually be answering the second question as to the relationship with Nina Dobrev on set. And the reason why I say that is because of the presence of the bear and the fish card. And those are usually cards that deal with business. And her business right now is being an actress. But we do also have Nina. And the dog here represents Ian. So as the tarot said earlier, tarot showed us that they are good friends. And we do see that here as well with the presence of the women and the dog. But yes, interesting enough, there is a coffin in between. But the coffin could also be what ended between them before, as in their relationship as a couple. It could be that. But hey, I'm just human and I don't know all the answers. But I'm looking at this card and the Lenormand is actually pointing more towards her. I mean, talking more about her than it is about Ian together. Yes, the friendship is here, but it does look like on set there is some fighting of some sort. When I say fighting, I don't mean like punching each other, but some type of disagreement, because the lady is knighting the broom and whip. So she is definitely involved in some type of disagreement. It may also involve Ian, so they may not disagree always on set, but someone else also is involved in the disagreement. And the bear here, it can be the boss, the director of the set, but there is definitely disagreement here going on set. And of course, together online, there is definitely communication between the two, because we do have the bird that is knighting both Nina and Ian, and right in the middle we have the stars. So this is internet communication. So I mean, internet and things like emails or chats or things of those sorts, or social media. So there's definitely communication between them. It is also to say with the same, those communication are not always good with the people in charge of directing or getting this show running, the Vampire Diaries running. There's some friction here that affects their contract that they made for the set for this person, and it also affects, of course, their money, which does make sense. What is going on set behind closed doors, it might not always be fluffy, but yeah, there is some disagreement going on. And if I look at this diamond card, the coffin, the bear, the birds, and the whip and broom, back to the coffin, someone might even leave the set. They may have this talk where it's like, okay, we can't do this anymore, we have to part ways. So someone is going to leave the set. I don't know if it's Nina who is going to leave, or Ian who's going to leave, or the director himself and be replaced with someone. I don't know, but these cards are saying that the disagreement, whatever is going on that set, at least one person is going to leave. And also interesting enough, these knights with the fish and also knights with the contract. So there's a contract that's coming to an end, which of course, when that comes to an end, is going to affect the finances of the person affected, because well, it does make sense. If you lose your job, that's going to affect your finances to some extent. So this is knighting, the fish is knighting to the bear. This is financial venture of some sort. So whoever is going to end up leaving will, when they do so, it will, well, of course, they will focus on a different project. That also feels like By the look of this, it looks like that venture could even be more prosperous or more fruitful than the current one. Again, that is because of the fish, which talks about abundance, abundance in business and finance. So whoever is going to end up living, even though that is going to be heartbreaking, and there will be some deception and sadness for living over the quarrel, because the quarrel here, when you look at those two cards, the representation, this is how this quarrel here, that's what it's doing to the people affected. See the representation here, how this person is sad, heartbroken, and all. That's what this disagreement is doing to them. So yeah, whoever is going to end up leaving is going to be one of the best decision for that person, because again, when I take those two cards together, the fish is right on top of the sun, and the fish is a card of abundance. It is for the best for the person who is living. It will be for the best. And of course, it's interesting because I was reading this, and I had totally forgotten about all the cards in the tarot. But now I look at the tarot, the card that is knighting with the fish, the tarot card knighting with the fish and the bear. This is, yeah, we have the living card, and which confirm again the diamond card here, the diamonds in the Lenormand. Someone is going to end up leaving this set. Let's get curious again and see if we can dig even deeper with the Kipper. And of course, this is all just for fun. I love mixing this together, and I haven't done this in a long time, and it's been a while. So let's just see what the Kipper is going to say, right? Okay, my love, looking at the Kipper cards, and when I was shuffling the card, I was actually asking if there is anything else that we need to know about these two, Nina and Ian, as well as the set of the Vampire Diary. And the Kipper card is like a lot. It's like there's just too much going on. The main man here is Ian, and what is going on with the short illness card here, it tells us that there are some impure thoughts that he may have, because, and the reason why I say that is because this card, the short illness card, is tied to sex as well, and being on top of him, there is some that is just impure thought, and possibly even some expectation of something to happen, because again, this is mirroring the expectation, is mirroring the success in love, and the success in love is knighting the short illness. But hey, just because you have impure thought, that it means that you are going to act on them. So don't judge the guy by it. We also have the short illness, unexpected money, and funeral. Read this way, there is a situation here that is short-lived, or at least is going to be short-lived. Unexpected money is literally what it says. Something is given to you unexpectedly, and it is some type of gain of some sort. It's not always monetary, as the card says. So something here is going to be received, but it's not going to last long, especially because of short illness and a funeral cards that are mirroring each other. But also there are people around both of them, and possibly on set, because I asked about them both and the set. And remember, with Lenormand, we had fighting or at least disagreements on set. And here we have the good lord and the good lady, but we also have a fake person. So usually these are helpful people. So when you see these people, these cards, these are usually people willing to help you on your endeavor. And it could also be father and mother figure, or literally your father and mother. But in here, it does have the feel of people more like trusty people that they both turn to, they as in Ian and Nina. But because of the presence of the fake person, these people who they turn to is not to be trusted, because the card fake person is right next to the good lord, which also the fake person is also knighting to the good lady. So they definitely have people around them that don't want them good necessarily. And this again could also be, it could be the reason behind the frustration and disagreement that we saw in Lenormand. But at some point, there is, looking at all this too, there is some type of ending. And it's possibly that the Kipper seems to tell us that in Lenormand, we saw that someone was going to leave, or at least one person was going to leave with this 4 card. Here we have some type of confirmation that yes, someone is leaving. It is more than one person actually, because when you look at the good lady, the illness, the short illness, good lord, funeral, and back to the good lady, we have 2 people here. We have short term, and then we have an ending. So yes, these cards again seem to talk about more of the set of the Vampire Diary than the relationship with Ian and Nina. And of course, if one of them is a person to leave the set, that is going to have an impact, or that may have an impact on their friendship. And all right, my love, I hope this answered your questions. And if you have any other suggestions, please let me know in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in, and see you in the next one.